What's up, Shane? You want to see how all the secret sauce of what's going on here?
Yes.
Because it's overly complicated.
Can you show me all your cool stuff?
Okay. My main dev environment is Nvidia Omniverse Isaac Sim. And this is a robotic simulation software that has an amazing IK solver that lets you basically not run into anything ever. What's really cool about this is like I can also add obstacles here that model your setup here. And so if I throw that cube into the ground, the robot's not going to go there. If I throw it into this beam, the robot's not going to go there. I can try to hit this column and the robot's not going to go there.
And it doesn't error out.
It doesn't, no singularities. It just doesn't do bad stuff. So you don't have to post-process. You don't have to fix anything because it just doesn't do the wrong stuff. What I'm also doing is I'm running an Azure Connect as a depth camera. And that gives you all the points of your skeleton right out of the box, which is really nice. And I precisely placed that into the same coordinate system as the robot. So basically the robot's able to look at you. So I have these like handcrafted algorithms for doing these behaviors that breathe the life into the machine. If it moves too predictably, you don't see it lifelike. You know, you have to literally add a little bit of chaos and be surprised at points for it to have this like level of animism for when it moves around.
It's almost like trying to pet a cat in a way, the way they like kind of come up to you.
And then don't touch me.
Yeah.
You can have a great simulation, but oftentimes you don't know what it's going to be like until you stand in front of it and you see 2 meters like coming at you at 7 meters per second, or someone else tries it and they do something that you would never have anticipated and it sparks some other creative idea. I find it so interesting how our brains breathe life into things. This thing is like this googly eye that we can't help but think of it as googly eye. It's just these 2 concentric circles and one is moving, you know, around the other. And our brain automatically thinks this thing is alive. A lot of the work that I do with these robots, I'm not trying to make them seem human, I'm not humanizing them, but you can't help it. Like your primitive brain starts to read animal, your primitive brain starts to read sentience into it. And it's a bit of a magic trick, but it's an interesting material to play with. I see my job as like to properly misuse these tools. That's my one job for this, is to take these things that are supposed to do one thing and find the most interesting way to misuse them. Yeah. And so far I've been able to make a career out of that.